Well, the onset of fall weather, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
First play, and Purdy wants to throw it. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. A lot of talk the other day about them wanting to quiet this home crowd early and often. Very first play of the game, they do just that.
You're exactly right about that, because that's often a conversation when you go on the road and you travel. Hey, let's take the crowd out of it. What a great way of doing so by putting the quarterback on the deck.
Here's the Pro Bowler, Christian McCaffrey. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
That's their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Fielded just inside the 30. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 44. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. You look at this Niner defense. They come into this one rounding out the top 10 in the 10 spot against the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game, because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you've got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's 3rd and 3. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
And that one was a lot of fun right there, because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
First down.
On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Cohen. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
Straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Tariq Cohen with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Prater for the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, something like that.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Oren Burks. Now he's free at the 35. He may go. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Deebo Samuel, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Niners are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Moody good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember, last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
They try again with Cohen. And out of bounds lands on the other side of midfield at the 45. 89 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's Murray. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Cohen. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They'll run up the middle with Cohen. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. If you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
And the move from Mike McCarthy is going to be to keep the offense on the field here on 4th down. They're going for it. They're going for it. Hits Murray. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he is going to have the Cardinals first down by a good couple of yards as they get 3 there on 4th and inches. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Tariq Cohen with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Extra point good by Prater. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
At their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
All right, a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. The Niners at 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. They got off to the good start, but then 2 straight losses since.
And now you start to wonder about what this does for a team's morale, how it affects their psyche, because, let's face it, you work all summer pointing toward that opening game, you get the win, but then you don't carry it on from there. How will they bounce back from these losses and try and get right? Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Play action. Now Purdy. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Trenton Simpson, well, he just flew in there to drop him. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. They'll fire deep, looking for more. That's caught inside the 20. A huge play there for Arizona. 62 yards.
On the play. First down, Cardinals.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here's a handoff to Cohen running right. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Now the veteran workhorse, here's James Conner. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
From the gun, Murray. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll roll him out right. A short throw here to Latu. And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now 2nd down. A give running left, it's McCaffrey. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Here's 3rd and 6. Purdy looking to throw. Short pass to Howard. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. How about this? They'll change it at the line.
Buffalo 18. Come 19. Come 19. Roll.
They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. This will be caught downfield by Moore. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
A run between the tackles with Cohen. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 115 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
Cohen will take this one in. It's a Cardinal touchdown. Now Prater to add the PAT.
Prater lining up for the point after.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
49ers 7. Matt Prater to kick off for Arizona.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half. Purdy. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
49ers 7.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Their own 18-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. But Charles, for them, a pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it, and in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up.
Third down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, and here's Murray. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 33-yard line.
A give to Cohen. He heads right. And he'll push ahead for about 3 to the 36.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Down.
Third and 8. Murray now. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 42. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. To throw is Murray. Swings this out here for Cohen. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. On play action, it's Murray. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Prater's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. In motion left goes a tight end. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Back to throw, Purdy. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first. You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Fourth down try. Here's Purdy. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. To throw, it's Murray. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
138 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Murray now to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Hey, Ace.
They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock.
Touchdown! James Conner, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Prater for the extra point, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27.
49ers 7. Matt Prater to kick off for Arizona.
And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual. Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're
going for Howard, but the pass intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our 2nd half blowout material. They'll try the counter here. Cohen gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game, and I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
Cohen gets it again on 2nd. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And he picks up the 1st as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. 152 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Murray flips his forward on a jet sweep. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
They did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked.
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. James Conner with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cardinals start to open this lead even wider here in the fourth. Prater on to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
49ers 7. Matt Prater to kick off for Arizona.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
The 45-yard line.
Purdy now to throw. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. They go play action here. Purdy. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On the handoff, it's Cohen. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The Cardinals on third down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 4. Play action. Now it's Murray. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. Down the left sideline. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score a touchdown. Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. I mean, what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. They fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Cohen. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 36.
Mustang 19, Dragon 60.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it.
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Throwing here, Purdy.
He'll let it fly for Austin. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown 49ers.
Calvin Austin.
45 yards.
And the Niners get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead now down to 20.
49ers 21. Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
19-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And it's starting to look like that 3-game losing streak is going to be a thing of the past here. Coming up 1st and 10 in the fourth quarter. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
First down, Cardinals.
On the give, this is Cohen. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as he'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
2nd and 9.
Hey, hold on.
Now Cohen. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here now a 3rd down and 8.
They run. This is Cohen. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. We've now seen 3 consecutive 1-yard gains, and it brings up 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level. That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
A 2nd down throw for Purdy. This one taken in by Olave.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I've thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out.
They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. Purdy with one final shot here.
It got his man complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. I'd like to be those defensive coaches, though. That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for the Cardinals, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first win of the season here in Week 4. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they too will leave here at 1-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.